Okay, let me, oh, do you like my SpongeBob picture? Oh, wow, sorry this camera kind of sucks. Anyway, okay, so, I want to talk about this thing. I've seen a few videos on it already, and I just thought I'd make one, because I'm bored and I can relate. By the way, it's like 12 o'clock at night, that's why I'm bored, so yeah. And, it's called sleep paralysis. A lot of people have heard of this, a lot of people have it, it's very common, and yeah. If you don't know what it is, I'm not very good at explaining stuff, but I'll try my best here. It's basically when you're either asleep or like you're going to sleep or you're waking up. There's two different kinds. I have it, and I have the kind where you're going to sleep and you wake up and you're paralyzed pretty much. That's why it's called sleep paralysis. You're paralyzed while you're asleep, but you're not really asleep. You're awake, you just cannot move. You can move your eyes, like you can open your eyes, close them, blink, all that, move them around, everything. You can breathe. I think you can swallow. I've never really paid attention to that, I don't know. But yeah, you're breathing, looking around, that's really everything. That's pretty much all you can do though. And so, yeah, I've had this for about a year, and the first time it happened, it scared the living crap out of me. Like, I literally just, I didn't know what was going on. I thought, if you have it, you understand. It feels like it's longer than it actually is. You know, after a while you get used to it. Like I said, I've had this for over a year now, and I'm kind of used to it. But I thought I was going to be stuck like that forever. It was like, I was just, oh my gosh. Yeah, so anyway, I finally just kind of like, I was thinking, move, come on, move. And I finally just shook myself out of it, and I was fine. But I was, like I said, I was scared. And so I went and I told my friend, and she had seen something on like Discovery Network or something. I don't know what it was something like that. And she told me all about it and everything, but she scared me because she told me that people sometimes see stuff. And with this, there's basically two different things, and I've done research about this. There's basically two different things saying, one is the scientists and the doctors and all that, they're saying that it's basically your mind wakes up before your body, so you're mentally awake, not physically. And the other side is scientists saying that like it's demons and spirits and ghosts and all that, however you want to go. They're like, yeah, I don't really know. I guess they're coming and waking you up or telling you or something. I don't know. But yeah, so I don't really know which one I believe, because it's just weird. It is. And so, yeah, I've had this for a while, and at first I got scared, like I wouldn't open my eyes anymore because I'd be afraid I'd see something. And I figured out that if I move my finger or my toes, if I just focus on that, I'll snap out of it. But sometimes it doesn't work, and that's when I start to panic, and I usually end up opening my eyes and laying there, and I'm trying to focus. I usually stare at like one thing in my room and try and focus and just shake myself out of it. And after a while, I started to like, the fears of seeing stuff started to fade away and everything, and I stopped thinking about it. I just got used to it. I was just like, okay, this is happening again, you know. But last night, I saw something. And like I said before, this basically, I can't talk. There's basically two different sides of this. It's the doctors and the scientists are saying that your brain isn't getting enough oxygen, and this is causing hallucinations. Now, to me, this doesn't really make sense because you're breathing and everything, and I don't know if it's like your muscles or something. I have no idea. But the scientists and stuff are still saying it's, you know, spirits and everything. So, yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, once again, just making that clear, I don't know. But, okay, so here's my story. Wow, this is already a pretty long video. Okay, so I was laying there last night, and this actually happened 3 times, and it was probably, like, it was weird because I wasn't really scared. It was about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I had been up for about an hour or 2 trying to fall asleep. I could not fall asleep. I do not know what was keeping me up, but I could not fall asleep. And so I was sleeping on my side, and I was trying to turn over and I couldn't move, and I was like, oh my gosh, really, right now? Trying to get comfortable, fall asleep, now I can't. So I kind of just, you know, shook it off and everything, opened my eyes, looked around my room just because I'm weird, and I got situated on my back, and I was fine. So I went back to sleep, and I don't know how much time had passed. Anyway, something woke me up, and I didn't open my eyes yet. I tried to move my fingers, and I couldn't, and then I started to panic a little bit, and I opened my eyes. I saw a white, misty figure. It wasn't, a lot of people describe them as silhouettes. Mine was kind of an outline. It was really weird. It was this man, this really tall man. For some reason, he reminded me of Abraham Lincoln. I don't know why. But he was really tall, and he was wearing a top hat with the white ribbon around it, and he had a tuxedo, kind of, with a bow tie. Not like a tie, like a bow, like right there. And he had a mustache, and he did not have a nose, but he had eyes, and I couldn't tell if he had hair, I couldn't tell if he had ears, nothing. But he was walking back and forth in front of my room, and he was walking with his hands behind his back, you know, and he was just standing up really tall and straight. He looked very polite, you know, everything. And so he was just walking by my bed, and then he was turning around to walk back, and he stopped for a second and paused and looked at me, and he like I said, I wasn't really scared, it was just really weird. I think part of it I was just kind of surprised and stunned. I was just like, oh my gosh, what the heck is this? And he kind of just like turned and kind of looked at me like that, and then he kind of like backed up, and he was walking out of my room, but I didn't actually see him leave, because I shook myself up. And so my first thought was, somebody broke in my house. So I went crazy, turning on all the lights in my house, running around, checking, make sure all the doors were locked, see if any windows were broken. Yeah, no. Then I sat down, calmed down, thought logically, and I realized this was part of it, and I just had a hallucination. So, yeah, I didn't know. It was really weird. I wasn't really scared because nothing really happened, but there are a lot of people who say there's an old hag, there's shadow figures, silhouettes, and everything. People see all kinds of stuff. I know there's the old hag is, a lot of people say it's an old woman. She stands in the corner of your room, and she'll walk over to you, and a lot of people say she'll either just sit on your chest. Some people, she actually like reaches out and chokes you. But, you know, once you get out of it, it goes away. But a lot of people say they still have like a heavy weight or pain or something like on their neck or chest, and it actually feels like you can't breathe. And so that is the thing that scares me the most and has always scared me. And I'm not scared really. Like, if I see the same thing again, and if I see the same thing again for the rest of my life, like that same exact thing, it's gonna be like, okay, this is weird, I don't know why this is happening, but it's not really all that scary. But I'm nervous to go to sleep tonight because I'm scared it's gonna happen again and be worse. Cause I'm just scared, kinda. I mean, like, I know it's just something you see and it's over in a few seconds or something, but it's scary, and anyone who has it understands. But like the shadow people too, I know it's, some people say that it actually does, they get attacked and everything, but a lot of people just see it and it's like a bright light. Some people hear stuff and everything. It's just, a lot of people say it's the most terrifying experience in their life, and I haven't had a bad one, but it's just kind of freaky. So if anybody has any freaky stories, you can post them in the comments below. I'd be happy to read them. If you have any questions, ask somebody in the comments or me. Okay, thanks for watching. Just wanted to share a story. Bye.